Good morning everybody, my name is Lynette and welcome to my channel. In today's video I thought I'd do a little tutorial on how I made my lion's head for my Wizard of Oz Halloween decorations. It all started with a white pumpkin. And these are the foam ones that you can buy at Home Depot. They have some, Lowe's has some, Hobby Lobby, craft stores. But this one is not solid, it's very light and it's made out of high density foam. So we can use it almost like a pin cushion. You're going to be able to stick things into it, and that's very important for this project. The second thing you're going to need is a whole bunch of flowers. Now I have, the ones that I used were actually made out of burlap, and they kind of resemble hydrangeas, but you can use basic ones from the dollar store, whatever you can get your hands on. We're also going to use burlap. I use the burlap to make the mane. We just simply cut this into strips. Now, to attach your flowers to the lion, you need to decapitate your flowers, take your flowers off, and then to stick them into the foam, I'm using these cable staples. They are 1.25 inches long. And you can see they're just big staples, and you basically are going to put your staple on there and then push it into your pumpkin. Now this can be a little bit hard. This is probably one of the hardest things that is for this project, because that foam really wants to hold that flower in place. So you just need to get as many flowers as you want to do the shape of the mane that you want to do for your lion. For the mouth or the muzzle, I picked up 2 half styrofoam balls, and basically I stuck a toothpick into my pumpkin, and then I put the styrofoam ball on top, and then we're going to glue, hot glue behind it to help that really hold in place. For the face, I just basically grabbed some fun foam from Hobby Lobby. I originally was going to go to the dollar store, but you can get a big piece of foam for 99 cents at Hobby Lobby, where it would cost you $1.25 at the dollar store. And I played around with cutting out some shapes, and then I simply painted the face on the shape that I decided on. And I'm going to end up hot gluing this on as well, but I'll probably also stick a pin in to help secure that better than just the hot glue. And that's how I made my lion face. Ultimately, our goal is to have the lion's head sit securely on this piece of rebar. This goes all the way down to the bottom of the hay bale, so it's relatively secure. To prepare our pumpkin to sit on this rebar, I had to drill a hole in the bottom of our pumpkin. And that's going to simply allow it to sit securely there. Now, what I don't like is the way that it spins this way. So to correct that issue, we're going to take it off, and I'm going to fill through this hole with some spray foam, and that should give us a nice base, almost like another pin cushion, where we're going to be able to slide this down, and it's going to stay securely in whatever position we want it to stay in. It's very important to drill a hole in the bottom of your lion's head so it can fit over the rebar. I forgot to do it, so it's a little awkward to do it when it's half decorated, but thankfully it's really easy to drill through a foam pumpkin. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I get so excited about doing these projects that I start doing things without thinking it all the way through. perfect example was drilling a hole in the bottom of the pumpkin. The second is filling it with foam. I really should have filled that foam or that pumpkin full of foam before I started decorating it. So there's a tip for you. If you're going to use the method where you're sliding it over a piece of rebar, then fill it with foam first. You can see that I have tied up the garbage bag around to keep everything nice and safe. And all we're going to do is stick right down and squeeze. Now what you do need to be careful is this stuff expands. So we don't want it to burst our pumpkin. At the same time, we do not want it to come out the bottom too much. Call that quits. Now I make sure that I put a paper towel over the end because that foam is still going to keep coming out of that tube. Now because I want the foam to sit at the bottom of this lion's head, I'm going to flip this stool over, and you can see I've lined it with a plastic bag, and I'm going to flip this shake it a little, so hopefully that foam will come down to the bottom of the head. That will help make it nice and stable when we put that rebar through it. Now it's going to have to sit for a couple hours until it will harden up, and I don't know if that's because it's in such an enclosed surface or an enclosed area that it doesn't dry or cure as quickly, but in a couple hours we'll come back and we'll take the bag off and see what we got. If need be, we may have to add some more foam in there, but we'll deal with that as the time comes. I had to go to the Salvation Army and find some clothes for our lion's body, mainly because I really wanted large things. So I got some men's pants. I got an extra large sweater. I have a huge white shirt that's underneath the sweater for the body of the lion. And that's because I want to be able to stuff this rather full because our lion was on the hefty side. These are the pants that I've got. I also purchased the boots at Salvation Army. And to make them tall, because they're not tall, I simply stuffed them with some cardboard, and then you can just slide the pant legs right over the top. Make sure you have the seams going the right way. And then depending on how high you have your cardboard, that's where your knee level is. Now when I'm stuffing my bodies, I'm using black trash bags. And you just want to kind of manipulate things so that they look as much like a real person is sitting there as you can. For the body part of the lion, I did a basic T-post. You can see it's a tomato stake. That's going to go down in the ground. Now I also have it stuffed with garbage bags, but I used a large men's white shirt for behind, or to help hold the stuffing in. And then I draped, or I put this sweater over the top, just like I did with the Scarecrow where I had a stuffed body underneath it. I thought it was a lot easier to have that form already done and then dress it with this large sweater. Now you can see in the back, I'm just pinning it together because you really should be wearing it this way, but I wanted it this way for our lion. And we're going to set it right down into our hay bale. And again, we're pushing the tomato stake all the way down till it can't go any further. It's hitting the concrete from the driveway here. I had to play around with things a little bit to get the proportion right, so hopefully we have it now. Let's just see. The chin of our lion is resting right on the T cross piece, which I think is perfect. And I'm just going to zip tie the piece of rebar to the tomato cage that's in there, or the tomato stake. We need to hot glue our muzzle on here. Just want to make sure we've got them in the right place. That looks pretty good. Let's shove some hot glue down there. And let's do this side. Just hold them in place till they set up. And that's pretty good. To make our face for our lion, I folded a piece of paper in half, sketched out some shapes, cut it out. I did a couple tries to make sure I got what I wanted. And that's the shape I settled on. I took this, traced it onto a piece of fun foam. There we go. And then I painted it up. You can see that's what's going to go right there. And we're going to simply hot glue this face right onto the pumpkin. I'll probably put a pin or two in there also to help hold it, just to keep it secure. I think I want to add a little bit more dimension to this lion's face. I think we want to add a little bit of brown here along the nose, just so it shows up a little bit better. Situate this and hot glue it in place. Just going to put a little dab first and press it in to make sure that's exactly where we want it. I think our final step is to add some whiskers. And I'm using the same kind of wire that I used in other parts of the project. This is the wire that I used in the Scarecrow hat. there we go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how we made our lion for our Wizard of Oz Halloween decorating theme this year. Be sure to check out my other videos. There's the Scarecrow, there's the Witch, and the Tin Man. And you too can do this. It just takes a little bit of time and creativity, but it's a lot of fun. See you in the next video. Take care, guys.